Tzu Chi volunteers enact a cash flow relief program to help Thai residents recover from the recent flooding. Tzu Chi volunteers in Hong Kong hold a reunion banquet for the homeless in Kowloon before the Lunar New Year. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Lee-Shioda. Thank you for joining us. Earlier in January this year, a 4-day downpour caused serious flooding in Thailand, with Bang Sao Pham Prachuap suffering the most damage. Tzu Chi volunteers went there to evaluate their conditions and conduct a cash relief program.
Rain caused serious flooding in Thailand. Tzu Chi volunteers went to Bang Sao Pham Prachuap to evaluate the situation.
In Prachuap Kiri Khan, we hope to have 100 people to clean up the school.
Volunteers initiated a cash flow relief program and asked victims to clean up their homes. And they will clean up two important public institutes first.
These two are the landmarks. The school is the biggest in the area, and the other is the county government. If the government can resume working, it can serve local disaster victims.
Our school has over 50 teachers and 40 of them are flood victims. Besides cleaning up their homes, they must also clean up the school, so it's quite exhausting. The worst is that there are floods every month.
I want to say thank you very much to all of you for cleaning up my school.
A group of Tzu Chi volunteers go to Pom Prasad to carry out evaluations.
I put a chair on the table and climbed up to the wardrobe and waited there. Then I let the elderly in my family step on my shoulder and climb up there to avoid the flood.
If we hire someone to clean our home, it will cost around $500 because my family members are too old to do it. Tzu Chi's cash for relief program will reduce a lot of our burdens.
Think about where and how we can help them clean or move things.
The rain interrupts people's wish to clean their homes. Volunteers are concerned the rain will cause disaster, so they send the victims home first. Flood victims know Tzu Chi volunteers will help them stand up again and ease their worries.
Moving to Malaysia, at the Kuala Lumpur Jigsaw Hall, Tzu Chi volunteers from the Kuala Lumpur and Selangor chapter held an aid distribution and also a celebration of the New Year for 223 Chinese families in need.
With volunteers hanging up red lanterns, Kuala Lumpur Jigsaw Hall is being decorated for the Lunar New Year distribution. Over 200 families in need gather and celebrate the Lunar New Year early. Many care recipients came to the Jigsaw Hall with their coin bags so they too can gain the joy from helping people. Ng Ling Ying arrived in her wheelchair to celebrate the Lunar New Year together with other people. She even sings and brings a card of gratitude to liven up the atmosphere.
The granny wrote these words herself. She said it is her tiny gratitude and she wants to donate it to Tzu Chi.
Volunteers prepare abundant dishes for care recipients. Someone in a fortune card costume also came to give out red envelopes. Many people line up to get free haircuts. Team members are also there to examine the health of care recipients.
Don't drink too much cold water, then your shoulders won't have rheumatism.
Volunteers give out gift packs to care recipients so they can also bring the blessing home.
Indonesia DaAi TV station hosted a party to welcome the Lunar New Year, as well as express their gratitude for all the support from people of all walks of life over the year. 2 calligraphers showcased their talents and also auctioned off their artwork to support the station. Let's take a look at their party.
轻轻敲醒沉睡的心灵，慢慢张开你的眼睛。 看看满屋的世界是否依然嘟嘟地转个不停。
Indonesia DaAi TV station hosts a party to welcome the upcoming Lunar New Year and to thank all the supports from all walks of life. Tzu Chi volunteers sing a song to wish everyone a better tomorrow.
让我们大家用音乐传达爱。
Let's use music to spread love. We persist in continuing to spread Tzu Chi's spirit through this charitable TV station.
继续播下去。
To support this non-profit media, 570 VIP guests, including some local clubs and associations, as well as DaAi TV's collaborators and members, are attending this event. 2 Indonesian calligraphers from the Association of Chinese Calligraphy showcase the arts of calligraphy at events to deliver blessings to everyone. They also sell their calligraphic artwork by auction to support DaAi TV.
Acara malam ini sangat luar biasa.
The party tonight is incredible. I have never attended this event before. I can feel the passion of DaAi TV after participating in this event.
Ada satu keakraban persembahan dari DaAi TV.
By spreading this passion and vitality, Indonesia DaAi TV inspires everyone seizing the chance to do good.
As the Lunar New Year is around the corner, Tzu Chi Foundation is holding celebrations around the world. Recently, Indonesian Tzu Chi volunteers held ceremonies in Tangerang and Tampin Tinggi.
While watching what Tzu Chi volunteers have done in the past year, community residents who attend the year-end celebration in Tzu Chi Tangerang Liaison office are very impressed.
Kalau saya sih terinspirasi karena itu benar-benar tulus.
Seeing how volunteers help disaster victims, I'm very inspired. Whenever a disaster happens, Tzu Chi volunteers will show up like everyone says. We can learn from them how to do good deeds.
Bisa sanggup sampai ke sana. Makanya orang bilang kalau mau berbuat baik, contohnya seperti Tzu Chi.
There are similar events in Tampin Tinggi, Medan.
Kesan kami sangat bagus sekali, khususnya dalam pelayanan Buddha Suci dengan bagian sosial.
I'm very impressed with what Tzu Chi has done. Their cooperation and unity also let other people feel it.
Kerjasama yang baik dengan siapa saja pun tidak pandang bulu. Jadi kami sangat senang.
At the year-end ceremony, attendees gather to pray for all lives on earth and also expect themselves to become better in the days ahead.
As Hong Kong is a prosperous international city, it has earned the name Pearl of the East. But not everyone is able to afford the high cost of living in Hong Kong. In Kowloon, a group of homeless people are not able to rent a place even though they have a job. To help, Tzu Chi reaches out to them to care for them. And with the Lunar New Year approaching, volunteers not only invited them to attend a reunion banquet, but they also gave them winter supplies.
The colorful night view reflects the charm of Hong Kong, but if we take a look at some communities, there are many groups of homeless people. Tzu Chi volunteers distribute coats and winter supplies to them. Besides caring for the homeless regularly, volunteers also invite them to a reunion banquet, where they can feast on traditional pun choi. Some homeless people also make a wish for the new year.
I hope I can rent a place somewhere so that I will have my own home.
Volunteers use music to interact with the homeless. Mr. Liu Jiawei thanks Tzu Chi for buying him a new pair of shoes.
I have also received assistance from other charitable organizations, but they were not as considerate as you, Tzu Chi volunteers, because you bought a pair of shoes only for me.
Originally, I thought Tzu Chi volunteers were social workers who got paid to help people, but I realized they were not after Jia Wei told me that they truly wanted to help us from the bottom of their hearts. I feel moved.
As time goes by, homeless people have developed a good relationship with Tzu Chi. A little love from the volunteers can help keep them warm this winter.
Also about reunion banquets for the needy, but in Taiwan's Penghu, having a family reunion banquet is the custom of the Chinese community. But for those suffering financially, this meal at the end of the year can sometimes be a major burden. To help ease their care recipients' workload and pocket, Tzu Chi volunteers in Penghu held a reunion banquet, inviting them to celebrate at the Jingsi Hall. Stir-frying using a large wok, the volunteers in the kitchen at the Jingsi Hall in Penghu is busily working to get dishes ready for the reunion banquet.
We are having a meal with our care recipients. We want them to eat a good meal and feel the warm homecoming.
This warm gesture beats 1,000 words, as those who have been here before knows.
They care about me and they make me feel at ease. I don't feel any pressure from them.
Volunteers have also prepared some winter aid items for the recipients.
It's a reunion before the actual Lunar New Year. We have also prepared some winter aid items for the recipients to take home with them.
Here in Penghu, Tzu Chi's love and care lasts throughout the wintry days ahead. In this last week of the Year of the Monkey, we take a look at the major events that took place in 2016, beginning with January and February. But first, we have a short MV of Master Cheng Yin's teachings.
感恩啊，50年了，累积了50年的因与缘，无什么都没有，可是小5毛钱。一粒粒的米，粒米成箩；一滴一滴的水呀，滴水成河。从出发心啊，不忘，一直呢，身心愿力。
In January, farmers in Myanmar donated rice seeds to other farmers in need. In 2015, they received Tzu Chi's rice seeds in the wake of flooding. After harvest, they paid the love forward. Many locals save a handful of rice from every meal and pool their rice together to help the needy. In 2016, Tzu Chi volunteers went back to Myanmar to give out rice seeds to the farmers again. Moved by the continued love and support of Tzu Chi volunteers, many locals were inspired to serve as Tzu Chi volunteers. In Indonesia, for years, Tzu Chi volunteers have been promoting the practice of saving a little in a coin bank every day. From time to time, they invite everyone to pool their savings together to help those in need.
Terus berkarya, berbuat baik buat orang lain.
Students and business employees are also encouraged to take up the practice.
Karena kita juga sampaikan informasi kenapa kita lakukan kegiatan ini secara rutin, tentunya ini untuk kebaikan kita semua.
Celengan sampai mereka harus kejar-kejaran. Oh saya belum dapat, oh saya kecewa gitu.
Saya agak gimana sih, agak terharu aja sih gitu kan. Secara nggak langsung berarti saya kan sama teman-temannya kan ikut menyumbang.
In Malaysia, to inspire more people to give, Tzu Chi volunteers have recruited 1 million donating members across the country. Now they're working to recruit another 1 million donating members. One volunteer, Lee-Shioda, inspired 90% of the vendors in a local market to become Tzu Chi's donating members. After she passed away from cancer, her husband picked up where she left off.
现在他不在了，间接跟自己上就变成是我的使命。
师傅啊，他不是讲要100万好菩萨咯，所以我一听了这个好像是一个使命，一定要去做了。
In February, one day before Chinese New Year's Eve, a magnitude 6.6 earthquake struck southern Taiwan at around 4 a.m. local time, leveling many buildings to the ground.
没事，我们马上出来救你哦。好，我拍完影片给医师评估看看。
The quake claimed 116 lives and injured 551 people. In the following days, rescue workers raced against time to save those trapped under the rubble. As soon as the quake struck, Tzu Chi volunteers around Taiwan rushed to the disaster area to help. They comforted those affected, gave out blankets and scarves to the displaced, and cooked meals for rescuers and quake survivors. Tzu Chi's medical volunteers were also there to treat the injured.
非常好喝。
The volunteers briefed Tzu Chi's headquarters about their relief effort every day. A prayer service was also held for the quake survivors.
抱着妹妹，然后她伸出他们的双手，让我们踩。她说没关系，你踩过去。我们真的看得我们也很心酸呐、大家都变成自己的家人一样啊！哎，我们也，大家所有的人都用尽所有的力量要来抢救，但是遗憾还是留着很多。
因为你会不舍，因为你会觉得说，一场天灾，然后就造成了这些小朋友来不及长大。小伤而已 ，OK， 没问题，可以再继续工作。
After emergency relief effort ended, Tzu Chi volunteers went door to door to visit people in the quake-affected areas to bring them comfort, and also to see what more they could do to help them rebuild their lives and homes.
In our continuing series on Taiwan's traditional markets, today we meet two people who are doing their part to add spirit and energy to traditional markets, hoping to attract more people there. While one of them is a fabric seller, the other is a drama artist who finds inspiration in traditional markets. Are they able to revitalize traditional markets? Let's find out more.
是我姐姐做的啦，她是新竹那个吉拉锦。啊，这是什么？这个是笋干啊，我们自己种的。
At Taiwan's traditional markets, vendors and customers often interact like friends do. 30-some-year-old Liu Yuchen, who's a dramatist from Hualien, finds her inspirations at these markets.
我觉得菜市场的颜色很缤纷。
I think traditional markets are very colorful. In theaters, I need to rely on lights or props to create certain atmosphere, but it is natural in traditional markets.
At traditional markets, consumers not only buy produce, but also enjoy the hospitality of the vendors. Such warm affection is what inspires Liu to create plays.
都有在送25。
这个只有传统市场卖。
对，一般的超市，连1块都要收啊，少1块都不能出来。
这种市场比较有人情味啦。
因为比较好，有时候不够钱找。
因为你可能没有办法在。
You probably cannot find so much interaction between people elsewhere. I also get to hear different stories here. I love to hear stories.
我是一个很喜欢听故事的人。
Therefore, the young girl who loves to produce plays and finds traditional market dramatic decided to do one thing. Working with some friends, she produces plays on traditional markets at the market. The actors and actresses are elementary school students from Meilun, Hualien.
因为毕竟菜市场可能对
After all, children might not be familiar with traditional markets. Even some adults might be unfamiliar with it. I want to change their perspectives of traditional markets.
Even if she can only change a few people's mind, it might be enough to revitalize traditional markets. Meanwhile, this is Xie Wenkan, who also wants to revitalize traditional markets. The classic suits that reflect fashion in the 80s is a way to remember the good old days.
这个市场对我来讲是小时候的记忆。
This market is part of my childhood memory. I do not want to see the market keep declining and eventually disappear.
He grew up in the Tainan Old West Market, which is renowned for its cluster of fabric stores.
我希望让
I hope to give suits a new definition and draw people's attention to suits.
Xie's family runs a fabric store. Due to the change of consumer habits, its scale has declined. Therefore, he initiated the Suit Day campaign, hoping to revitalize the fabric market, drawing more people to the traditional market.
因为菜市场并没有去行销自己的。
Traditional markets do not market their advantages. Unlike the supermarkets, which are strong in marketing, they keep attacking traditional markets on hygiene issues.
一直用干净这件事情来打击你。
The men who grew up in the traditional market and a girl who loves it are doing their part, hoping to draw people to the market. Nevertheless, their efforts are not enough to bring visible changes. Many traditional markets near us have disappeared over the years. According to a research, among 92 public traditional markets in Taipei, 1/3 have become supermarkets. While among 20 public traditional markets in Taoyuan, 1/3 of them have disappeared. The trend is more obvious in northern Taiwan.
Last year, the central government allocated 36 million NT dollars to subsidize traditional markets. However, this year, the budget has dwindled to 13 million NT. It is very important for the central government to value traditional markets.
Since the Tainan Old West Market is about to be remodeled after being deemed as a historical site, many fresh produce vendors have left. On the day of our visit, a vendor is packing up amidst the sound of symphony. While the sound of the music in the Baroque building seems out of tune with traditional Tainan city, it is another one of the surprises you find at traditional markets.
To help patients visualize their surgical procedure or to ease their anxiety or to understand how to maintain their health, Daling Tzu Chi Hospital's teaching department produced a number of graphic videos. Recently, the hospital brought these videos and more to other campuses to teach the children more about medical science. As we leave you with these images, we hope you remember to keep up with your health checks to ensure a long and happy life. Thank you for joining us today. We'll see you next time.